Alright, so it's Monday morning and it's actually my birthday today, 22 years. So I'm out here going to try to run 22 miles. Don't exactly know where the inspiration for this came from. I guess it just seemed like a cool thing to do. So right now up on the North Shore, close to the western corner, I guess, and you can see, can't quite see it there. There's some trees there right now, but the beach is an ocean just off to our right. Off to our left, there's some big mountains here, and there's a little military airfield here to the left as well. But just gonna keep going down this road, and eventually we'll get to basically the corner of the island. Might be able to see the ocean out there a little bit. So we're just gonna keep running along, see how it goes. So the road ended here about a mile and a half ago, and it's just kind of this sandy, rocky trail. And the mountain is a lot closer now, right to the left, and the ocean is also a lot closer now, which is pretty cool. The only problem has been that some of this like sand, when there's none of these little rocks in there, it's been sticking to my feet. And so there was like a good probably half mile where my feet were just like super heavy, and it's tough going, I guess, but that's kind of over, at least for now. Cool ocean. There's not really much beach here anymore. It's mostly just rocks that go down to the ocean, I think. But right now I'm about 4.5 miles in, and doing good, I guess, so far. So I'm getting close out here to the very corner of the island, which is pretty cool. And you can see the waves coming in there, and this little trail, and lots of rocks down here that seem to have fallen, and pretty big cliff mountain up there is pretty cool, I think. Wow, made it to the other side of the island here, and instantly when I came up over, got a lot windier. Those mountains there are really cool. They go along the coast there. Gonna run up here, try to get as far out as I can and see what we can see. See if we can see both sides at once. That'd be pretty cool, I think. And then I'm gonna head back towards the car, which will be about the halfway point for the run. All right, I made it all the way down to the point here, and you can see pretty much most of the way around is just ocean here, which is really cool. And these waves out to the right are pretty big, but then when you turn and look at the left, there's like almost no waves, which I guess makes sense based on like winds and stuff like that. But wow, some big waves there, some big rocks, this mountain up here. Really glad I came out here. It's really cool. Definitely not the easiest run. The last little bit was kind of through this sand here, so not the easiest time, and maybe I'll regret it later, you know, around mile like 20, but pretty cool views, I think. A lot of these white seagulls, I think they're seagulls out here. Pretty neat. These are just sitting here, and there's some flying around here as well. It's pretty nifty. All right, been going for a little bit over 3 hours now, and 17 miles in. So less than 5 miles left. Definitely feeling it, but the legs really aren't hurting all that much more than they were at mile 5 or 10, so that's good. Almost at 20 miles now. Definitely feeling it. A little over 3.5 hours. I think I'm gonna finish in under 4, which is the goal when I set out here. Which to some people might seem pretty slow. It's just under 11 minutes per mile pace, but for me, you know, just finishing it is a big accomplishment for me at this point. All right, last mile here, 21 miles in, less than 1 mile to go, 3/4 of a mile to go in fact, and I'm still going. It's definitely hurting. Each step is like a mental struggle. My legs are just like yelling at my brain to stop running, but I'm gonna keep going until the very end. So I didn't end up taking any videos at the end of the run, but here is a picture of myself at the beginning of the run, and then you can see my shoes and my one leg at the end of the run. They were quite muddy and sandy from those almost 4 hours out there. When I was running out on that point, there was a lot of wind and some rain as well, which got me wet, and then the sand stuck to my legs and shoes as well. But overall, I had a great time, and we can look at some of the stats here as well. So it took me a total of 3 hours, 54 minutes and 50 seconds, which is an average pace of 10 minutes, 40 seconds. So my goal was pretty much 11-minute pace, which would have put me at 4 hours, 2 minutes. So I wanted to be actually a little bit less than that at 4 hours. So I did beat that by a little bit, and you can actually see on the pace graph, my last few miles were a little bit faster, and my last mile was the fastest I was able to push for that last mile. That last mile, let's see, was 8:53, it looks like. I'll show the splits as well here. And total elevation gain for the run was 627 feet, so not all that much, but a little bit. You can see the calibration wasn't exactly right because it says I was below sea level the whole time, which is a little funny. And then if we look at the heart rate as well, average heart rate 157, which is still in the aerobic range for me. So pretty much in the aerobic range most of the time, at least on average. And max heart rate was 186. So the heart rate was definitely creeping up there at the end of the last few miles, you can see. And I was pushing fairly hard at the end, I guess. But overall, on average, I was in the aerobic range the whole time. So it wasn't like a absolutely massive effort, I think. So overall, I was really happy with how the run went. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what the inspiration for this was, but it just seemed like something cool to do. And it really let me explore kind of, you know, some parts of Hawaii and just check out the scenery, and take it at a little bit of a slower pace than if you were just driving by or whatever, which I really like doing. So a great experience. Definitely think, you know, I probably could have gone farther if I wanted to, but for this, you know, effort, I just wanted to hit that 22-mile milestone, which was the furthest I've ever ran before, which was exciting as well. And definitely looking forward to some more challenges, partly running challenges coming up in 2024. And on that note, if you have any suggestions of challenges you think I should do, definitely let me know. And thanks for watching to the end of the video, and hopefully we'll be able to do this yet again next year when I turn 23.